welcome. My name is Katrina, and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream titled The First Night, Episode 6. Before we begin, I would like to introduce our players.
Hi, I'm Marianne, and I play Siobhan York. Fun fact about me, not Siobhan, is that I have 3 scars in my face, all from medieval or Viking weaponry, and 1 is a sword.
Hi, my name is Tarjei. I'll be playing Christopher Falcone. Fun fact about me is that actually vampires are my favorite World of Darkness setting. That's actually Mage Ascension. And my favorite World of Darkness writer ever is probably Phil Boccato, who is a genius when it comes to creating worlds and characters.
Hello, my name is Örjan, and I'll be playing Sean. Fun fact about me is 10, no, more than that, 12 and 14 years ago, I recorded 2 studio albums and toured with a doom metal band named Syrak. This band.
Fun fact about me is that I'm terrified of people that dress up like life-size Santas.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm writing that down.
Spiders?
No, it's something
Clowns?
with the face. I don't know. No, it's I don't know. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm not
I'm
into it.
really looking forward to next year's Halloween.
Like I'm not into it.
I'm so in. I'm so in.
I'm not. I don't love it. It should be banned. And I understand when kids cry because I'm one of them.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
This is my costume for the rest of my life.
Yes.
It's the red cheeks and the freckles. It freaks me out. I'm not into it.
Oh, it's that. So
Yeah,
that's,
I'm just going to have a little
it's a
alternative
grin.
makeup.
so
Yeah, it's like
elves and leprechauns and
Oh, they should just. You should. It's kill on sight. Kill on
Ooh.
sight. So yeah, that's a little bit about us, and I hope you enjoy that.
I did.
Clearly, they did. And yeah, so scary Santas. I don't love it. All right, we're gonna go into our first scene of the evening. Last episode, we left our players early on the Sunday, as they are in their second flashback. So we're going to start this scene. We're going to start with Christopher as he starts his Sunday.
Probably get up, roll off the mattress that's on the bare floor, look around, realizing there's absolutely nothing to eat or drink in the apartment, and lazy on over to Modern Pastries for breakfast while he ponders the eternal question of how he's going to get more money, especially if the 2 greedy companions decide they want to get paid even more. Though he's kind of hoping that Dean Thompson will sort of shout out for money for the cover of money for the dangerous part of the mission. So dodged a bullet there.
Right.
So yeah.
The weather is all right. It's clouded, overcast, but again, the temperature is pleasant. The pastry shop is inviting, and it smells beautiful of fresh baked goods and brewed coffee. It's quite a busy Sunday morning. People are off; they're enjoying their day. I have to like wait a couple of minutes before if you're gonna have a table.
No, I think I'm just gonna take
Grab
away.
and go.
Yeah, grab a box and grab a coffee and we'll start walking and probably make his way up to Sean's place.
Yeah, mosey on along. Well,
Sure.
then we're just gonna jump directly into Sean's morning.
I think I'm spending the morning for cooking up some really good breakfast on the grill outside. It's good weather for that, so why not? I'm thinking maybe I need to take a trip up to my friend at the junkyard to see if he's got some nice wheels I can rebuild. We've got a week until the heist, was it so?
Yeah, on the Sunday, it's on the Friday, if I remember myself correctly.
So that's almost 6 days. Then it needs to be fixed by Wednesday, and then in the paint shop. Yeah. I'm in a hurry.
You're in a hurry, yeah.
I'm in a hurry. So I'm up early and going to the junkyard.
I'm gonna think then, does Christopher catch you before you leave? Because he's also a bit of an early riser.
Yeah, probably just before I leave.
All right. Well then,
maybe I'll meet him in the doorway or something.
Yes, as you're done with breakfast, you spot him as he is nonchalant walking into the lot.
Chris, top of the morning to you.
Good morning to you. Cannoli?
Oh, that's perfect. Sweet.
You going somewhere?
Well, I think I'll be needing some new rides, a new ride for this special occasion. So I'm heading up to my friend at the junkyard. See if he's got some nice.
Oh, I'll tag along if it's okay.
Okay, just jump into the car.
I got some ideas I want to bounce off you.
Sweet. Take the escort then. The Ford Escort.
Well, you're enjoying good cannolis as you are driving off to your friendly Mr. Junkyard owner. Christopher, you had some topics?
Yeah, I was thinking, son of one of this Dean Thompson that things might get hairy once they've discovered that the painting's been switched.
Yeah.
Really, this our employer is not really seeing the big picture, I guess. So I'm thinking about getaway. I mean, if you park the car and back out, we need to get the painting out there as quick as possible, potentially her as well.
So I'm thinking I'll be outside.
Then getting it through emergency exit doors or exit in main doors.
No, I haven't been to that gallery for a while, so
Maybe
I'm not quite sure about that. I think we need to have a walk through the gallery.
I mean, it's a museum. We can go for a little tour on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, well, today, actually, well, probably not today. Siobhan's having her meeting with the conservator guy.
Yeah, but Sundays are perfect for galleries.
Pretend we don't know her if we see her.
Yeah. Or the opposite. Be a proper nuisance.
Let the poor girl work her magic.
Yeah, sure.
So that's the gist of it. You just talk about the gallery and where the access entry points, what would be clever. As they do that, we're going to go over to Siobhan's morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I mean, I probably went out yesterday, so I don't know if my apartment is filled with people or I'm alone.
There's some of your party friends, but you haven't drank home a cavalier or a cavalieress.
Okay. Well, I guess good for her or something. I'll make some coffee and spread the love before I'll head out. And just to give you an overview of what I'm thinking is that I want to call the New York office for Mr. Hawking, the guy that actually did the certificate for the sketch.
Yeah.
That I've done the appraisal. And so I'll probably try and call that office on my way to lunch with my good friend Renee from the museum. Yeah, that's at least the start of my day, I think.
Yeah, you're meeting up with the guy from Boston Finance.
Yes,
Museum.
that's the
Yeah.
plan. So I think if my memory serves me correct, I think I don't know. I don't remember actually if we said a place or if I was to meet him at the museum.
I
Can't-
think you planned, and I might be wrong because it's a week ago. But I think maybe you planned to do it at the museum because they had a nice
right.
coffee place within the premises.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that's
You get an answering phone as you call the New York office from Mr.
Right.
Hawking, saying business hours are between 8 and 5 in the weekdays, and on Sundays it's closed.
okay. I'll make a mental note to actually try and get up early tomorrow and call them. Yeah. Okay, then I'm heading to the gallery.
Yeah.
The gallery. Museum.
Museum.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna hold off on you for a minute because the timeline makes it so they are a bit up and at it before you.
What do you
So
mean?
I'm just saying you're a little bit of a late riser. I'm just gonna make sure with you, Sean. Did you already arrange with him of getting a car, or is this?
No, I have not arranged with him yet, so I'm just dropping by to see what he's got.
Right. The kid is off at your garage today.
Yeah, of course. It's
but you know
Sunday.
he's gonna be there on Monday.
Mm.
But you know the dad is there every single day.
Of course he is.
There's no vacation day. There's nothing called Sunday in scrapyard life. It's everyday scrapyarding.
Yeah.
But you also know, like, even it says closed, it's just a matter of knocking.
Of course, and also Sundays are weekends are good for stolen cars.
Yep. So you enter the lot. I don't know if Christopher's been here before, but it's a scrapyard. Breakdown of vehicles and parts. And you have like an office building that's connected to like a garage, like a very large garage.
There's what you got to get your spare parts from.
Spare parts, good place to dump off something if you got something that's hot.
Christopher.
Does he have one of those big crushing machines?
Yes, he does.
Gotta remember that. Might come in handy.
As a wise guy, just like
Mm-hmm.
He's not sleeping with the fishes, he's getting crushed.
Oh no, it's gonna
Cadillac.
Dan sleeping with the fishes. Which you see a little cube of metal and dumping it on in the ocean.
Yeah.
You hear soft music from the office. Obviously, it says closed, but it isn't.
Yeah, I'm polite, so I'll knock on the door.
And you hear, yes?
It's me, Sean.
Oh, my good friend, Sean. Come on in.
I smell coffee.
Oh, can I get you a cup?
Don't mind if I do. Got a cuppa from your friend Chris as well?
Of course,
Good day.
of course. Good morning to you. He's
Good
in
morning.
overalls, a dirty-ass grey shirt, a baseball cap. His beard is quite CC toppy. And his hair is quite strainy and grey and long. Yeah. And it gives you 2 mugs that's seen cleaner days.
Yeah, but don't worry about
It's
it.
good coffee.
It's good. It's shite coffee, but it'll wake you up.
It will do the thing. It's gasoline. And he's
Yeah, I see what you mean.
what brings you to my humble abode on a Sunday?
Well, you see, we've got this gig, and
All
I'll be
right.
needing something fast, something agile. I'm thinking German.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking boxcar or a state wagon.
All right. Oh, we're thinking ponies, fast ponies.
Of course, I'll prefer a V6 or a V8. So I'm thinking BMW or Audi.
I do have an Audi.
Ah, sweet.
Actually came in.
Needs a lot of work.
A rich kid drove it into a fire hydrant.
Oh, so front work, probably.
I don't know how
stands.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know how bad it is because I haven't even got around to have a look at it myself. But it's not just cosmetics.
of course. So the whole front system.
You're not going to drive it off the lot. Let me tell you that much.
Ah.
You need to. I need to deliver it, or you need to pick it up.
Ah. Well, let me have a look at it.
All right. He gets up. I'll just take your mugs, gentlemen. When in Rome and all that. He walks out. He starts lighting a pipe, and he walks you through the lot into one of the open doors, big open doors of the garage. And you see it sits there. It's probably had a really nice paint job, but now it looks kind of messed up, especially in the front where you see it not just nicked a fire hydrant. It looked like a total impact.
Yeah. Oh.
Leather interior, like executive edition. Is that what it's called when it's got all the bells and whistles? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So this is the European Plus version. 90s. Oh, this actually came out this year. Sweet.
He's puffing on the pipe. Yeah,
How's
it's
the
a beautiful
engine?
piece. The engine is pristine. The engine is not harmed.
So that means okay. You have another Audi, maybe a older version, Audi 80 or 100 or something I can steal parts from?
Sure, in the backlog.
Oh, of course.
There should always be a 2 or 3 standing for parts.
I think I'll take this one of your hands.
All right, it saves me the bother of fixing it up.
And I see there's a V8, so I'll be needing 2 turbos. I'll be needing dump valves. I'll be needing, probably at the front end of a other Audi. So yeah.
You get your shopping trolley and you go nuts.
Yeah.
Just give me information about what you take. You can just pick it up and I'll bill you later.
Yeah, of course. Just put it on my tab.
Yep, for sure. For you, Christopher, this is like blah 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 car stuff.
Yeah,
Hurdy-burdy,
also a couple of
wheels.
questions here and then of the proprietor. Oh, so is business good?
Yes, it's actually a lot of rich kids, yuppie kids buying machinery they can't handle.
Dumbass kids.
Yeah, they end up here, and it's just a little bit of elbow grease, and it's brand is new.
So is it a generally cash business or?
Yeah, cash is king. I don't do credit, except for Sean. Sean's different.
Well, that's excellent. And his mental gear is going, so if I need some time in the future to invest in a firm that can whitewash money. No, they don't.
You kind of left your own devices as the guy that leaves you a lot to it, and you see Sean is like kid in a candy store. He's just like.
I rolled 8 successes on picking together stuff I need for the car.
Bless you for rolling. It was not necessary because this is the skill set he has, but it's nice that you did.
Yeah.
You get what you need.
Yeah, and probably a little bit more, a little bit extra to make it. The plan is to make it look like to make a sleeper car, to make it look like it's an older version.
Like slower, shittier version.
Yes, but probably gets between 600 and 700 horsepower out of it with a twin turbo.
That's a baby.
It's a baby. It'll kill you.
It will kill.
Yeah.
So you'll have this ready by Friday?
Well, you won't see much of me this week, and I won't sleep a lot. But yes, it'll be done by Friday.
You're very grateful you have the kid, because
Yeah.
the kid can do like basic labor.
Yeah, and as long as the car is straight and not out of alignment, then it's easy work. It's a lot of work, but it's easy.
Good times. All right, you finish up and you leave the shop as we go over to matching up your timelines with Siobhan as she enters Boston Museum of Fine Arts to meet Renee.
Yeah. She's wearing a off-white silk wraparound dress, very deep cleavage, even if it's a Sunday, and red red pumps and red lipstick. Too much. Yeah, and I'll go over to the reception.
You go to the reception, yeah. You see the receptionist, pretty young thing, dark hair, bob.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm here to meet a good friend of mine, Renee, for lunch. He said that I should just let you know, and maybe you could call him to fetch him.
Only 2 seconds. You see she has had a headset on and she taps the telephone with her pen. Long ass red fingernails. He's like, yeah, I've got someone here asking for you. What was the name again there?
Siobhan York.
Siobhan York. Okay. And she, yeah. He says to just meet you in the coffee it's not a cafe at the cafe.
Perfect, thank you.
No worries. She gets back to reading her, I don't know, fashion magazine.
Yeah. I'll go over and I'll probably buy a coffee for myself, and maybe I'll get him one as well. Yeah, before I sit down.
It takes about a few minutes. You see he comes down. He's in a very fashionable, tapered, bit shiny, dark blue suit. White shirt and a pink tie.
Darling, looking smashing as ever.
Baby girl. He kisses you.
Thank you so much for meeting me. I didn't actually thought you would have any time.
Oh, I know you're here because of this exhibition.
Was it that obvious? And I was thinking of making something up.
I'm just maybe I'm psychic. I don't know.
Actually, I do have something that is related, but it's not related. So obviously, I'm curious about the exhibition, but I also
you and everybody else. He says you and everybody else.
So can you give me some? Who's the curator? Who's actually like making the exhibition? It's not Sally. It's not Sally putting it together, right?
No, I'm in charge, my dear.
Oh.
Thank
God.
Do you think I will let anybody else touch this?
I mean, I was worried. I was actually up at Harvard yesterday. Do you remember Professor Montgomery?
Of course. Is he still alive?
He is. I mean, I still remember his very, very dull creator lessons, but I mean, he was actually, I made a bet with him who was getting it. So I actually thought it would be Sally, but I'm really, really pleased. So
oh no. This is like a career-defining moment.
I'm just
Salvatore Santos. It's like getting like the first glimpse out of Van Gogh.
I mean, my favorite painting of all times is still of him, the girl with the cute smile. I don't know the actual
the owner's estate.
The title of it, the official title anyway. Don't you remember we got like a little view back at Harvard?
See, he gets like a bit like, no.
No?
I've got like the schematics and the Polaroids. But I can't remember have seen any of them before. There is.
Will you
such-
indulge me? Can I? And I
Well,
will let you in on a secret as well.
All right. Well,
Tit for tat, I guess.
he leans in like, "Oh, Gossip Girl. I know the title of the painting you speak of.
Please. I mean, I'm dying to know.
It's called The Garden.
The garden. That's a much more elaborate title than I expected. That's brilliant.
Well, the proprietor or the owner of this private collection is so terribly afraid that something's gonna leak, right? So we've just been given these really shitty, grainy Polaroids
Right.
of the originals.
Yeah, because I've only seen a grainy, shitty Polaroid of it before.
That's what we've been given.
How
And
can
I'm
you
like,
work with that?
Well, we don't really have a choice, you see, because not are we only getting to have the collection for a week, but it's come with a purse.
Please.
It's been done a donation of $150,000 American.
150 for you to have it, or just
for the museum itself.
Wow.
I don't know why, and I don't know how this has been. It's the board that has been, I don't know, cut this deal.
Right.
But I can tell you this much, girl. There was a plan on the books to have another exhibition this same time period that was supposed to be here for around 2 months.
Right.
But that got pushed back.
And I'm guessing, how many months did you use for that one? Planning and all?
Oh gosh, me and Sally and a couple of other ones, we spent around like 6 months preparing.
Yeah, I can.
So now this is super unorthodox. We don't even get the collection yet. It's not even here. He looks over his shoulder. I shouldn't even tell you this, girl. Oh,
I will keep it private. But I'm okay. You giving me a little bit, so I will give you a little bit, and I'll pull out the Polaroid that I've taken from the sketch, and I'll just put it on the table.
You see, he picks it up, and this is of your sketch, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "What am I holding in my hands, girl?"
Well, you're brilliant.
Oh, I know what I'm holding. I know what I'm holding in my hand, but you got to tell me why I am holding this and why you have it. The Polaroid.
That's mine.
You got to be kidding me. How in the...
Let's just say we were lucky and it fell into our lap.
You have this at your gallery.
I mean, that's originally why I wanted... That's the other thing I wanted to discuss with you for this lunch, was the potential to borrow one of your X-ray machines, because I have the certificate of authentication, but
you want to make sure what you have is what
I
want
to make sure. Yeah, definitely. And I don't have one of those machines.
All right. I think.
But I can't. I couldn't move it today because I'm still waiting for the insurance papers to come in. But tomorrow I would be able to maybe bring it down.
I will clear my schedule. And I will clear the room, and I'll assist. You still know how to do it, don't you?
Yes, I do. I just need the right equipment.
All right.
But I would love your help.
We'll see what you have. He looks absolutely like a cat that caught a mouse. He's like tickled pink.
But I will let you in on who sold me this if you let me in on who's the proprietor of your collection.
The only person that has the name of the original owner is the board.
Politics, right?
We don't even we have like a name. No, we don't have a name. We have Mr. E.
Mr. E.
Mr. E. It's
Like
just
this is
'cause
some sort of mystery.
yeah, it's like. But I'm thinking they are so stoked about the publicity it's getting the museum, and because of this very nice little donation. And I think that's the reason why we don't get to know anything. That we're working like it's cloak and dagger type of thing, girl. And I'm just like they pay for my wager, so what am I to do?
No. No, I mean, I can't even imagine like how and why they want
want-
to
Do,
show
do,
it.
do you want to see the rooms we're using?
Yes, absolutely.
He finished
I mean,
his
I
espresso.
could only like imagine how it would look like, but being in a room would help me visualize it a little bit more.
They're using the grand foyer and 3 of the major showing rooms.
That's a lot of space.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a big collection.
I didn't know that he'd done so many paintings or
The thing
sketches.
is, there's only been a few of them circulating around the art museum circuit because it's always been rumored and told like that his biggest body of work got bought up quite quickly after his death,
Right.
and it was never shown. It's like a unicorn in the art community.
And I think it's so strange that the collection, that it is a collection, that it's a singular person having all of these.
And we're thinking it has to be either because if it's got bought up by a family or persons way back when,
Right.
it has not been sold by heirs, divided up. It is, as we understand it,
It's
based on the pictures,
remarkable.
intact, unheard of. It's worth, I don't even know the amount. The security on this puppy is bananas. I can tell you this much. They even bring in like hidden security, hiding us.
Really?
No.
That's
And
crazy.
and we have got told this a specific way that we know who they are. He's like,
How could you know?
and he's like, come.
What is it? Dress code or?
This is what you say. This time, you boys enter at the Museum of Fine Arts. As you see, this like tall, very good-looking blonde fellow in a very taper-tailored suit, shiny blue with a pink tie. He's got no facial hair, and it's a bit like a David. He's good, chiseled, good-looking. Clearly, he's a charmer to any gender. And you can see Siobhan like behind him, dressed immaculately, bit sexy, as she tiptoes behind him, clearly trying to get something out of this.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Boy, she doesn't waste any time, do she, Sean?
And that's why we love her. One of the many reasons, of course.
Well, she's busy interrogating the enemy.
Now let's just peruse.
Yeah, let's get a feel for the location of where. Let's go and study the "You Are Here" section of the map.
All right.
Yes.
Then I want you to do like an intelligence investigation or whatever you find appropriate, if security or otherwise.
Yep.
Based on what you want to know.
Yeah.
And I want you can pool your successes.
Larceny, perhaps then, since there's a concrete security.
I would like to have an actually accumulated. If you're going to get something that not tourists are getting, it's going to be a bit higher. It's going to be a 7.
I'm just looking for entrances and exits. That's all.
All right, that's all. So you don't want to pool up. You want to do separate.
No, that's just me. I need to find out where people can go, where you can get out from this place, and just.
I can tell you this much, just based on where you're standing. That's a hard guess, because it's huge.
Yeah, but exits must be on the ground floor.
Yes.
And marked.
Yes, that's emergency exits.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean all exits are.
Of course.
So if you're going to be a bit more stealthy about it and try to like figure some stuff out, you're going to spend some time on it. And then I want, like I said, you can pull your one roll each.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want 7 total. That means you're looking and you're discussing and you're trying to think based on like the schematics of the building.
4.
I got 4, but I got 2 of those very special ones.
That means 6.
Freaking hell! I'm gonna give you higher difficulties because this is not on. Now it's a 12. It's always a 12.
You're
That
12.
was
Don't get to
insane
do
roll.
stuff. Yeah.
Is
That
it?
was an insane roll.
Are yours the red, like the same as the red one?
You don't
The
use
one-
the
the
red
black?
ones. You don't use the red ones in the flashback.
Only the black
The red
ones.
ones are
Satire?
rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm just since Taya used them.
Yeah, but
No, I didn't use it.
when you roll these ones.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
To me, it looked like the skull. I was like, "What dice is that?"
No, it's
I
no
don't
skulls.
have it. Okay, cool.
Okay. They do that. I'm going to cut back to Shiv as she is saying, what are they wearing? What do they look like? And he's like, oh, girl, you know I can't tell you that. If you want to know it, you need to roll.
Mm-hmm. Persuasion, or I guess.
Persuasion. Are you using your manipulation? What are you using? We are using. Hold on. Okay. We're using charisma manipulation.
I'm going to use charisma.
Charisma. I think it's quite a security question, so now you're going to be faulted because I roll like gods. I need a 4.
Oh, well, I have 2 of those special and the additional single wall. But I had 6 dice to choose from, so it was yeah.
All right, from now on, no more Mrs. Nice GM. It's gonna be fun. Boo on you. Boo on all of you. Boo. Yeah. Boo. Okay, what do you actually say? So play it out.
Oh, what on earth did I? So what dress code, haircut? What is it? Tell me.
Girl, he like takes you under the arm, and as you walk into the grand foyer, I shouldn't say this. Are you gonna be there?
You really shouldn't. I have an invitation.
Gosh. Oh well then.
I won't. Like, I'm not going to look at them, even if I know. I mean, what? They're the help, right? Who cares?
Oh, but the hidden aspects. The way you can spot them, you see. It's like the ladies. They will have a pink bracelet.
Not very subtle, is it?
No, but it's very small. Okay. But it's visible. And the gentlemen, they will have a pink bow tie.
Oh.
And he's like,
actually,
very good idea.
Well, pink is a very good color.
I love pink.
Me too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the reason why I'm asking is because now that we got one of his sketches, we're thinking of showing it off. So maybe I would want to have a security assessment. So I'm actually looking to shop for firms. So if you have the name, then I would like, but mum's the word, I know it.
I can give you the company name because it's like that's not a secret. It's Tech Security.
Oh, that's the. Yeah, I think I've been looking at their prices before.
Oh, they're expensive, girl.
Yes, they are.
They are not messing about when it comes to prices. It's There's nobody's cutting corners on this exhibition. I'm telling you that much. Look at me talking. He's like, let's go look at the grand rooms.
I have 2 things I want to. So I do have like a little spy cam. Yeah. A Minox spy cam. So as we walk along, I want to take some pictures.
Right. Then I want you. That's actually doing that with another person close to you. That I'm gonna deem another role.
Well, if I'm his arm, I'll just have it like So because I'm
still,
have my
still,
purse and yep.
and that's gonna be a Dex larceny or Dex stuff.
No, Dex larceny.
All right, I will want because he's in close proximity. I would like a 5
Oh my god, I'm probably going to have to use will for this.
because I'm done with this rolling like gods.
I have 4, so I'm going to use a will. What is that? That's rerolling, or do I get a success?
Nope, you reroll 3 dice.
So I'm keeping. So I have 4 base, and then I got 3 more. So yeah.
How about that? How about that? I'm done. I give up. I'm just.
I don't know. I always roll shit, so I'm very.
It's good because you're gonna just spend all your good rolls now, and then when we get to the thick of it, you're gonna be bone dry.
Because I have another thing that I'm probably like. I'm not going to do anything, but I'm going to look. I'm going to keep an eye out when he uses his card.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going through any place where he has to use his card, I want to keep an eye on where he puts it.
Oh, he uses it only to one of the rooms.
Right.
And you see he like bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
And he puts it on inside the pockets and he opens up double doors and says, obviously this is going to be open.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Like if I was,
if you ever been to,
this would definitely be the right place for an exhibition this size.
Just to give like a sense of the dimensions, if anybody doesn't understand how large our galleries and museums are, the height in itself, it's grand, several meters underneath the floor and the ceiling, and the floor are either like a marble, soft stone, or hard wood, and the walls are either, if it's more like a baroque feel, it's got a deep color or a white or a soft beige. This is very rich. So in these more richer rooms, you have a very deep red purple. But the grand hall, it's white. And there's beautiful skirtings around the wall, or the ceiling itself. And the ceiling is ordained. It's beautiful. Fancy.
Does he tell me anything about where he's placing?
He's thinking these are going to be the more smaller portraits, and these are going to be more the grand group images.
Would the garden be in a group, or would it be a singular piece?
Oh, it's one of the rooms where it's only going to be that and 2 more.
Wow.
I've been told it's one of the most priciest pieces in the garden.
I didn't realize that it was. So, I thought it was just like one of the pieces. I didn't know it were that esteemed.
Do you know why? I got told that the person in the garden is supposed to be a mistress of a Prussian prince.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
Well, today, I guess.
It's rumored, he says, and now you got him going. It's rumored that within the painting itself, there is a declaration, like a love letter.
Oh, I wish I could have seen this up close and personal. Like
well, you can.
Yes, but a week. It's too long.
You will. We all will.
Yeah. You haven't seen it.
Only the same as you, only these grainy ass Polaroids.
They're teasing us.
I know, it's
so unfair.
It's vulgar.
It is. To art lovers such as ourselves.
They are art cock teasers in a way. He snickers.
And on the subject of cocks. Met any special lately?
No. You know, Francis. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a 2-timing bastard, and we're not talk about it. Or maybe, but no. And then
I
it's
think
off.
we need to go for drinks sometime.
We should. When all this is said and done.
Right. 2 weeks' time.
Perfect. You boys,
Mhm.
you are
Just
floating about.
strolling about like people examining stuff, pretending to be examining the paintings, but actually
Looking for
exits.
When we walked in, I bought a newspaper and I had it open on the crossword section, but not all the crosswords. Possible. I'm writing down like notes for observations.
You're getting a good understanding, and with a blueprint of the building, you think you're starting to get a feel for the space.
Mm.
And as you've done the walkthroughs and looked and everything, and you think you're kind of getting a feeling for all the exits, at least the ones that are visible or maybe not so visible. But anyways, you're gonna have the blueprint of the museum itself. So if there's anything else, you'll be covered.
Yeah, this is just to get the
A feel for the
feel
space.
for where I've been needing to put the car.
Yeah. As you do so and you're finishing up, you see Siobhan is then giving air kisses to this gazelle of a man as he then, well, toodles, darling, we'll do drinks. Except for tomorrow when we're doing something else. Almost forgot. Bye. 12, he says. He shouts as he prances off. Everything is a runway.
And even if I see them, I'm going to just march out and pretending not to know them.
Oh, she's just marching out. How dare she?
Oh, she's playing that game.
Well,
I'm just like lighting a cigarette outside,
Mm.
seeing what these guys are about to do.
Take a little trip around the building, Sean, to see the exterior from all angles.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just gonna pass her,
No,
ignoring her.
Completely ignoring her.
And I'm like waiting for like, fucking hell.
We're passing and just give it a discreet like.
Don't make a woman
like-
run in her high heels.
Walk down, slow down so you can catch up while us as we walk down. We're taking a little stroll around the building.
Mm-hmm.
Did you learn anything useful?
Well, location. I have a name. We got some security details. What do you want to know?
Let's begin with location of the painting.
I have it on camera, so I have to get it, but it's in one of the smaller rooms.
Okay. Windows?
No.
No windows.
No windows.
How many exits
So
into
it's
the
through the
how many exits
foyer,
into the
and
room?
it's through there.
That
Is it like a cul-de-sac? Is it a corner room, or is it like the exhibition lead onwards from that to another room?
This is on one of the grand foyers, like a massive, which
Okay.
has rooms to it.
Okay.
So as far as she understood when she went in there, if there could be a hidden door,
Okay.
but only these two double doors, but he opened up because like you had to put a blip because they were locked. But you didn't see anything that indicated there was another door in there. But
Yeah, I'll give them the gist of what you just informed me of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Complicates it a bit,
exactly.
but then again, it also will minimize the number of people that can be in the room at once. So a decent distraction at the right time might easily divert enough eyes for us to do the switch. However, it's getting the fake in there and the real one out again during the switch, which is going to be a problem. Probably block the door with block parts of the door with the trolley or something like that.
I'm guessing that if you go in with the staff, you will go in before they open the doors and before they open any of this, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, but they're probably going to be security. I'm guessing they're going to be mingling security in there already. I mean, before people get in. I don't think they're just going to let the hired staff wander about in there without some sort of physical security present.
Right. So, Mr. Price, he could arrange distractions, right?
Yeah.
So something that could cause a commotion outside, either during the speech or as they were supposed to open the doors for people.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we have to check the timing a bit more. But either that, one of that, and perhaps a secondary diversion if that is needed inside there. If you're like glasses falling over and breaking, or champagne bottle breaking, or something like that, just something to catch people's eye. Might still be there.
I don't know.
Yeah, like a torn dress or something like that. Yeah, something that causes an.
Champagne bottles exploding.
Because that's that's a shame though.
It's
all for good cause.
Don't waste champagne.
So we might need like one distraction that will take the attention of the security team as like the focus, and then maybe a smaller one to actually divert eyes for the actual switch room.
Right.
And so I'll be making the trolley, and I'll make like a false, not a bottom, but a false shelf where you can put in the painting, and I'll be putting that inside a Faraday cage. So in case there is a tracking item on the painting, that'll stop the tracking.
That's a good call.
That's good.
Just 2 hours of welding, and I'll fix that.
I think my one of my concerns, apart from the distraction bit, because I don't necessarily know what that would entail, but if someone is keeping a close eye on her, and did he say that she needed to be extracted? Or was that just might?
Yeah, I think he's worried that when the people who are behind this realize that that's not the painting, which I'm assuming they will realize, because the whole intention of changing the picture is it will be different, so it won't. Well, for God knows why, but that when that happens, they might decide to take a bit more direct action towards Miss Masters than what was initially thought.
Because there was something you said yesterday, Sean. You said something about being dressed up as her. I didn't get that at the time, but I'm assuming that.
No, I was thinking if there is trouble and we will be needing to get her out of there, then it would be a distraction to have another female looking exactly the same.
I haven't met Miss Master, so I don't even know if we're the same size at all. But
you're right.
if it's even close, then maybe it's a good idea. I don't know, but it's something we might discuss with them again.
Yeah.
Because this Dean Thompson, he seemed like they all seemed like they knew her quite well. So
as long as she's not like 20 centimeters taller than you or 20 centimeters shorter than you, actually, it would be worse if she's shorter than you. It shouldn't be that difficult. Right. I mean, given situation, lots of people seeing someone with similar clothes, the same clothes and same haircut. If we can get a knowledge of that haircut from behind, it's going to be easy to make mistakes as long as the hair color is the same as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the mind will see what it thinks is there, not what's actually there. So,
since when is Sean smarter than me?
Sober.
I was as well yesterday morning.
Are you sure? Well, then your brain was in an altered state, not functional normally.
No, I think it was working as normal people brain does. I think that's the issue. I think I need to drink more. I think that's the lesson learned from this.
Yeah.
No, you've gone through sobriety and come over the other side. Is that what you're saying? You need a couple of drinks just to
I didn't like it.
Back on the sobriety scale. So, where do you think you can park the car or closest, most beneficial place to park the car, Sean? Park the car.
I think I will roll something on that. For example, with Streetwise. Six.
I can't even. I'm like, yeah, you know exactly where you're gonna park. Blah 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 blah.
So now that I'm going to if I need to roll on reading a book, she's going to say 10 now just because of this.
Yeah. It's just gonna hit back on Shiv's character because
of course it does.
That might be your.
It's always. I'm
Again,
going to send you
so
this.
into you guys actually spending all your good dice now on like, oh, we need to know what we're book.
I mean,
10 successes.
Exactly. I mean, that's what Ashley did in crit roll last week. She rolled all her good in the first 4 hours, and the last 2 hours there was shit. So
we're proper fucked then.
Yeah,
proper fucked, like the Irish.
Anyways, I know it's a bit early for a quick break, but my mom is trying to call me.
Say hello to your mom.
And my mom gets really worried if I don't answer the phone. So I have to do that.
Hi, mom.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Hi, mom. Hi, mom. Hi, mom. Hi, mom. So we're just going to do a quick break so I can actually figure out what my mom wants. And then we'll be right back. So back in a few peeps.
Bye.
Bye. Hi, and welcome back from the break. My mom is fine, nothing dramatic. She just needed to know if I could pick her up tomorrow. Nothing too dramatic. So we're just going to go straight back in where I left the players, and it was basically just discussing if there was a need to use Siobhan as a body double or not. You weren't sure?
It's definitely an
It's
option.
an
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, as much misdirection, as much red herrings we can throw about the place, the better.
Yeah. Well, let's bring it up with them, and then because if it's going to be successful, we actually need details about dress, hair, shoes, all of that to make it actually work.
Of
So,
course.
and even what she would like. Would she jump on a motorbike? Does she even drive a motorbike? If she doesn't, then it's weird if I do it. So those kind of details.
Right.
Were we supposed to have other meeting with
This evening.
this evening? Of course.
Right.
Well, I don't know. Could you do me a favor, Sean? Could you drive me back and pick up my mum and take us to mass?
Of course.
I'm running a bit late, I can see.
I'm going to Harvard, but I should be back in time for dinner. I hope.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, see you then.
All right. So there are going to be some events during the day that we're not going to play in real time, because then we will be playing way into next year.
What libraries are so much fun.
Oh, it's so much fun. And mass. Let's do a full-on mass.
Well, I could role play picking apart an engine.
I know you could, but the rest of us couldn't give a flying fuck. But then again, what do I know? So Sean, he's working on a car. Christopher, he is Mass and Mum, and Siobhan is going to Harvard.
Yeah.
Doing some research.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to let you know when you know it, and when you have it.
Right.
Mass is fine. You work car. Siobhan and Christopher meet up at Christopher's mum for dinner. And Siobhan has actually gathered a little bit of information on this very mysterious Salvador Santos. But she doesn't think this is, now I'm just playing Shiv for a minute, doesn't think it's like dinner conversation with your mum.
Plus, we don't have to repeat it all for Sean later anyway. Might as well save it something.
So, we're going to just fast forward as you meet in the garage after you've done all your necessary tasks before your very mysterious employer and companions are meeting up for the first meeting, where Christopher, you've been told that Miss Moses wishes to join in the meeting to view the progression.
Brilliant. Did they specify where, or are we assuming that they're going to show up at Sean's garage again?
It's said like it would be the destination as last time, because I view that as a great place to have it. It worked last time. Why change a working recipe?
Brilliant. Well, I guess me and Shiv just go straight there after we're done with dinner.
Yeah, it's quite now. It's like 6, 7:30-ish.
I'm actually driving my car today, so you don't have to sit on the back.
Christopher appreciates that a lot.
Christopher's
not only because it makes him look like a
boy toy.
Look like, yeah, but also it's not that he doesn't trust Shiv's driving. Just
he doesn't trust Shiv's driving.
No, he doesn't trust Shiv's drinking. It's more that.
I only had like 2 glasses of wine at your mom's house. Okay,
calm your boobs.
The fact that you have to let the glass stand there and then lean over and sip out of them the first couple of times you can lift them, it's spilling is something else.
It's
a party trick. I'm entertaining.
Hey. You've seen that the overcast has been blown away during the day, and now it's a very beautiful dark blue sky, and stars are speckling it as night. Well, evening is turning into night as you're approaching 7 o'clock, where you are now gathered in Sean's garage. You have been told that anything between 8-ish, they will appear. Out of the night.
Have the Shiv had the time to develop the photos, or will I have to take a look at them tomorrow?
I'm gonna say she put it in. Like there's like these 24 hours like drop and stop whatever developing places in the 90s, like 1 hour developing.
So I wouldn't have like a little, I don't know, a little room at Sean's where I could develop them myself.
That will take a minute, but sure, if you want to.
What's fastest?
A 1 hour industry developing quicker. If you do it yourself, it's a process. I don't know if you ever have you ever developed.
I haven't, Marianne.
I have. I have.
Okay.
It takes forever.
No, because I was the one that I also delivered them.
Oh no, it takes time. It takes
a few hours.
So for sure, if she wants to do it herself, sure.
No, I was just thinking if it was quicker, then I would have done it.
for details, it's better, but
right
for speed, it's industrial.
Yeah, I get it. That's fine. It's fine.
So you're there. So we're just going straight into the scene as you are yet again gathering.
Oh, got the car delivered, I see.
Delivered and most of the crap removed. It'll take a while.
This is
to
supposed
get
to be
a...
She's like,
Get away car.
Okay.
It's not French. It's German.
Well, thank God, right?
Yeah. It'll be fast as fuck, and it'll be agile as a really agile animal.
I mean, I trust you. You always could do excellent work, so.
And it'll be neutral as it'll look like a family car.
You had developed a bit of a heist war room now. It's like one of his big tables now. You have put out a lot of the schematics and the pictures and stuff. And especially now she's bringing him in more pictures from the museum. And she's also got a little binder of some photocopies you got from Harvard.
Right, yeah.
So this is the room where they'll be showing what do you call the picture again? What's named
the garden.
Okay, the garden.
Called
shown here. Garden here.
It's supposedly a picture of a prince's lover.
Prince's lover?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There must be a very intriguing story to it, I'm sure.
Well, considering that your sketch is worth, what was it, 75,000?
Yep. I can't wait to replicate this shit. Quality.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's the closest exit from the room for where the picture will be shown? Is it do you have to go walk a long way? Is it
you have to go through the main hall. Or the grand hall. The grand hall. In the end of the grand hall, there's an emergency exit. You see on the map, if you go through that and it's not cleared, you will set up an alarm.
And we wouldn't think that catering would potentially use one of the doors for the staff. Doors?
There is, when you get out of the grand hall, there is a door that takes you down to where the catering area is, like cloakroom catering area, the kitchen area, which is close. It's just a couple of meters. The stairs are a couple of meters away from the entrance point, like the big hall, before you get to the grand foyer.
Really, matter of question. He doesn't really have to roll. Once he gets to the exit, he could just take the whole 30 kg bit out and just leave the trolley. There's no way to.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll that all the way out.
No, I'm thinking that's the. I'll make the trolley like a shelf in the middle of the trolley, where you can take out the copy and insert the original, close it, and then remove that from the whole trolley.
Yeah.
To carry it as a briefcase. The plan is for it to almost look like a briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a night of work, but
it's Proper
Yeah.
heist gear.
Yeah, it's proper heist gear.
Yeah.
So you, after you've taken the trolley from the room, you can just take out, put the handle into the shelf, pull it out, and carry it as a briefcase. That's my plan.
Sweet.
I have the
Yeah,
schematics in my
I'm
noggin.
just talk like Sean now. So before this, I guess you need to get on Royal Blues list, get a uniform, all that. Feel like we've done this before.
Ah,
Strange
have a
feeling of deja
uniform.
vu.
Deja vu, strangely enough.
Mm.
Mysteriousness.
Just,
Uh,
glad it didn't when we broke into Road with the second time. Apparently not the first time. That waiter mysteriously looked like myself.
it's like, who is this guy? Who is he?
Oh, that had been brilliant.
Oh my god!
I'm already there.
I'm like, what's happening? Right. Also, Shiv has some information from Harvard. Are you relaying it to the
I mean,
boys?
I was looking for his technique and information of his history, like where's he from, just a little bit around there, because I think that could give her a little bit of feel of.
He's Spanish.
Yeah.
His heritage is pretty much unknown. He turned up in Vienna as an art student, and he got accepted at one of the better art schools in early 1810.
Right.
I think my time is correct. And he didn't graduate. He, based on the history books you can read on, there is not a lot of information on him. Is that he fell out with one of the scholars and decided to go off on his own.
Right.
I'm getting a bad feel about this, Siobhan. I mean, if history has told us one thing, it's that bad things have a tendency to happen when you have failed art students from Vienna.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Kai?
But does it give me like techniques, material,
Yeah.
like he like used just whatever?
Classically trained canvas,
pictures?
oils. He used oil paints, and he did a lot of his own oils.
Right.
Like old school, created his own pigments.
Yeah.
In the beginning, and that he was poor, he reused, as many of them did, reuse their canvases over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, around 1818, he got a sponsor.
Right. Like, well, I guess.
An aristocrat, an aristocrat of someone fine with tons of money, stole something, and he was set up to just produce.
Could it be linked to this mystery? Well, not to the Persian prince, perhaps.
Perhaps it's not a far stretch. You see there in the history books you read.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah. It's
the link between the garden being such a prized piece and such a high part of the collection.
Yeah, one of the rumors is like a Persian prince found him and wanted him to use him as a journal painter, if you like. He wanted him to paint intimate moments of this prince's life.
Right. Wow. Sweet.
Private.
Nice to have money.
Like some people scrapbooks, some people collect cars, some people have a journal.
Some have a painter.
Some have a painter. Back in the day.
Is there any better photographs in the research material than what we've seen before?
Yes, the few pieces that are actually have been known, and this is the reason why he's not like absolutely completely unknown, and the big mysteries around him. There are a few pieces that have been circulating around, and they are breathtakingly beautiful.
So it gives me a little bit more too.
It's intimidatingly beautiful. The technique is like, how the heck? And he died young.
Right.
This is a master painter.
Is there a photograph of him in this as well, or just?
No, there is a painting of him that another artist did.
Okay.
And he looks very, very Spanish. Long, black, curly hair. He has a very boyish frame. Very childlike appearance. He looks very young in the painting. Gaunt. Like a starving artist. Big lips. Quite a clear, like distinguished nose. And whoever this friend is has painted him in an atelier in a studio. You see the clothes are very like an artist would wear, covered in paint, and very like not baroque because it's not the time, but open shirt, the suspenders, is painting with paintings around him. And this is where you stopped. Because there's something because the painter has painted clearly some of Santos' paintings in the background.
And to tell?
First, you actually had to bring in like a magnifying glass. You see the sketch that you have. But then you see it's for a bigger piece.
Oh. So it's a small portion of something that will... And do I see the rest of this? Or just that it's part of something more?
Part of something more. Because it's very, like, it's not very detailed, but you see the figure sitting with the violin, you see it very clearly. Like, it cannot not be that.
No. Huh. Okay.
This is what you get. I'm guessing she relays it to you lot.
Definitely. But does my sketch seem like it's a cutout from something bigger?
You haven't thought about it until now.
Ah, cool. Don't know why I say cool. Interesting.
Cool. She says cool.
You see that Sean has got that vacant stare that
Chris had when you were discussing cars.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. But she's very interested. She's very fascinated. And like, the amount of details and the work. It's like,
no, you see Sean sitting there with a turbo and actually trying to screw something onto something that's going on to something else.
You both had me and lost me at $75,000.
Yeah, I was still thinking money.
150,000?
I like stealing things. I like taking things. That's what he's singing.
As he does that, you hear two cars approaching. You hear the other car once before, and then you hear another car.
Looks like sounds like they're coming.
What kind of car?
The Mustang.
Yeah, of course. Heard that one.
The other one sounds like a Mercedes, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you'll recognize that engine.
Diesel.
Huh. Okay.
Wouldn't it be? Or is it gas?
No, it depends. The cheaper versions have diesel. They're more expensive.
Oh, well, then it's not diesel.
No,
it's gas.
It's probably at least a V10, 6.3 liters.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're not going to trail off into like engines, but who cares? They stop outside. Is the door open or shut?
It's open.
You see the two cars park relatively like close to each other, like so it's easy for people to get out. One of the cars, well, Christopher, you see it immediately. It's a statuesque figure of Miss Masters.
Yeah.
She's in a deep blue trench coat with something that looks like a white silken scarf in her neck and a deep, maybe black dress underneath and pumps. The driver is Dean, and out from the other car you see Aiden and Trixie.
Well, maybe, maybe she could pass for. I mean, from behind, from a distance, in bad lighting.
Good wig.
Yeah, might.
Her hair
Don't say
is
a pale.
her hair is in a bun, like pulled back in a bun in the French knot. French.
These guys don't know that, and I'm not saying it loud.
That should be 100% guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's
It's the
hair.
devil. It's devil. Devil hair.
We know it's evil.
They walk in, and again, you're kind of like a bit perplexed. Though it's a strange group of individuals. They don't fit. None of them seem to fit one another.
Eclectic bunch, that's for sure.
Well, you can say the same about us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
She walks. Clearly, she's leading on. She pulls up some dark-skinned gloves as she walks in, revealing
Good
perfectly
evening.
manicured nails. And she's good evening.
Welcome to my abode. Can I get you
Mr.
anything? A glass of
No.
wine, pointy Guinness, coffee.
No, thank you, Mr. Dunphy. I'm perfectly fine.
Of course
And
you
the
are.
rest of you, ladies and gentlemen. I look towards Dean and Aiden and Trixie.
They just lightly shake their heads, and then you see Trixie go,
Bubbles.
Yes, up the nose. It's fine.
I'll go over and I extend my hand to Miss Masters. Siobhan York, it's nice to finally meet you.
Ophelia Marie Masters. She shakes your hands with confidence. She's
And the Irish one is Sean
cool to the
Dempsey.
touch. And up close, she is breathtaking. It's almost like it's how who made this?
Yeah.
The makeup is, for a woman's point of view as well, is like it's not, you have to have professionals to get that done. The complexion is, there's no flaw. Flawless.
Do I link her name to?
Oh, you know the Miss Masters, as you know,
Yeah.
the Masters, Montgomery
Yeah.
Masters, the Empire, financial empire. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm just like, yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, this is pedigree.
All right.
Heiress.
Have Chris said that Miss Masters is our client?
No, but
No.
Dean Thompson and Aiden Price both mentioned her name last time. But
Did they?
you wouldn't necessarily connect that with her. I mean, it could be someone else. I mean,
Said Ophelia, but not
Yeah.
Miss Masters.
Yeah, because I don't remember Miss Masters.
No, Ophelia.
Yeah. Right. I'm just like taking a step back and just like nodding at Chris, like something like, you should have warned us.
That information goes way above my head.
Boom. Yeah.
I'll take a glass of red wine. So
Chris will help himself to some scotch.
And some bubblies for the wee lass.
She's excited. She shoves a straw up her nose. And she breathes it in very fast in and out. It's weird.
Yeah.
Aiden walks in and he leans on one of the tables, crosses his arms, and again, he's not so disrespectful this time.
Someone's holding his leash. So, shall we begin? I'll walk over towards the table we've set up.
Sure, lead on, Mr. Falcone. I'm curious to see how far you have come and what is the plan.
I'll step right this way. So, as you can see, we mapped out the museum where the exhibition will be. We identified the room that will, where the picture will showcase. We pretty much learned the groundwork on that area. We've identified some of the alarm systems and cameras that needs to be shut down and desactivated.
And don't forget the security guards that will be present without mixing with guests during the exhibition.
So we are thinking of a two-pronged plan for distraction. One exterior aimed at drawing the attention of the security as a potential security problem, and one in the room to divert eyes to allow us to complete the switch, the switch of the painting, pigeon dropping it.
Do we expect any trouble?
Always.
So Elaine continues his plans for that as well. We have like the getaway idea, both for the painting itself and if it should be necessary to evacuate personnel as well, if things should, well.
And I think after, you've mentioned, your colleagues mentioned, we don't want to repeat Paris. We want to take any precaution necessary in order for this to be a success.
We will go through any possible scenario to get the painting safely out of this museum.
You seem very motivated. I appreciate it.
Also, Ms. York has begun work on collecting necessary information and details and skills of the painter to produce a possible copy of said picture.
She turns towards Siobhan. I have been told you are an artist.
I like to believe so, yes.
That's quite beneficial for this task. I'm excited to see what you can do in such a short amount of time.
Believe you me, I am as well. But I think with the fact that it's not supposed to, live in the museum as a copy for long, it helps. I'm not sure we would have been able to do the task successfully within the time period if it had to go through the scrutinization of, any authentication.
She shakes the gloves out. No need. It just needs to seemingly so
And
for
that
a short amount of time.
Obviously, it would have been better to have an actual, to see the actual painting before, a little bit better than this. And I point at the grainy Polaroid or the picture that we have.
She walks over and she picks it up. She almost smiles, and when she smiles, for a split second, Siobhan, you see it. It's almost like someone are looking at something with like a fond memory. You see, she strokes it gently with one of her fingers and then drops it.
Have you perhaps seen that before?
Yes, I have.
Well, that certainly might be helpful. If you have any information of color schemes or any of the details that we can't quite make out here, would help the success of this.
Just make sure the colors are vibrant, Miss York.
Right.
Vibrant colors, indeed. But I'm sure of the success of this, and I'm sure it will be all right. I would like everyone to do. Let me see. With composure.
Ooh, composure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Burning through those
successes.
dice.
We're combining two attributes there.
Yeah, well, that's quite possible to do. That's when it's 3 successes only. See,
2.
used all my good rolls earlier today.
You need 3. 2 is not going to give you shit.
But I got 3, so I got something.
I
How
have
do I
5.
lose my composure?
Huh? You lose your oh no, you're like
2.
you're still like you want to talk about the car. That's what you want to talk about. You're like, fuck the painting. Let's talk about the car.
This car is a massive penis.
Look at it. It's got a wee.
Everything.
Yeah, it's got an engine. Well, you you had 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a shift in the room. You actually see Aiden and Adine. They look at each other, concerned, like almost like, should we say something? Because she's like almost ready to like, well, everything's fine. We can just walk out. I believe in all of this. And they're like,
I'll look at both of them and kind of make them notice that I'm noticing them.
You see, because clearly, like Ophelia, Miss Masters is like kind of turning a little bit on her heel, and Dean is trying to walk after, leaning in, and then you can hear you. This is going to be a shit show. And he looks concerned.
Is this Aiden or Dean?
Yeah, Aiden. Yeah, because Dean is now whispering to Ophelia.
How are they? Where are they in the room compared to us? If we're standing by the table.
Yeah, Aiden is kind of to your right, like leaning up against something, and then Ophelia has been close to you because he's been looking at it, and Dean has just been like 2 meters back.
Okay.
And then Trixie is round with a strawberry nose.
Yeah. She does what she does.
That's what she does. And he's like, this is going to be a shit show.
Excuse me?
Ophelia, are we really going to do it like this? And she turns around and you see she's giving him a very hard glare. You see her jaws tighten. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Price? Right. You gotta be honest. You see that the room feels a bit thick all of a sudden. See, Dean leans into her and again he whispers a bit more like pleadingly. I think they have what they need. She shakes his head. Right. Okay, you have what you need. Good luck.
It seems like you're not quite in agreement about that, and that makes me a little bit anxious and very curious. So if there is anything that we should know of before the job, the sooner the better.
Well, we have a few details we need to hash out with Mr. Price and Mr. Thompson. Perhaps we might continue the deal, talk more about that later. I mean, I'm sure Miss Masters have got what she needed out of this, and probably have more important things to do than listen to us talk about minute details.
You see, she looks at you, and then you see her eyes. They shift, like they go from hard to suspicious, and she looks again at Aiden, and he's about to say something, and he looks really like compassionate, and that's weird because he's been very cocky. He's like, and he's just.
If there is something we need to know, or something that will be left out of our knowledge, that can become dangerous. That can become Paris. You've mentioned
There
Paris
will-
a few times.
There will be no Paris.
Then
Miss
we need
Masters
all the
says.
information. Even the painful information, ma'am.
You see, she leans into Dean. She cups like gently, and it's very affectionate. And she whispers, and he nods, and he says, "This is wise. This is better." Well, I'll leave you in the capable hand of my colleagues. She turns on her heels and she leaves.
Pleasure meeting you,
Miss York.
As always. Have a good evening.
Miss Masters.
I nod.
She gets into the Mercedes and she drives off.
When she's driving off, I'll look over.
On her own,
Yeah.
or so?
On
The
her
rest-
own. No,
Right.
No,
They are there.
they both. The others were mine. So when she's driven off, I'll look towards Mr. Price and said, "Well, maybe Mr. Grumpy would like to voice his concerns in other forms than cryptic mutterings."
he smiles and he's not like giggling. He's more like, "Oh, why is somebody making me do this?"
I mean,
She's-
I put.
And he's looking over at Dean and like, she's underplaying the danger. Like,
Of course.
oh, don't get me wrong. I
She's a
don't give a
leader.
shit about you guys. He says, "Don't get me wrong. This is not compassion, but a lot of shit is riding on this going well."
Well, like I told her when she first breached the deal, if you just wanted the painting, why not just take the painting? But apparently, that was not an option. So instead of just a clear up stuff, she wants an elaborate charade.
This is, and you see like Aiden, you clearly like, "I'm gonna tell some stuff." And then Dean steps in.
Almost had him.
It is necessary, Mr. Falcone, that is done in a specific way. What Ophelia is neglecting or not wanting to disclose, there's a direct threat to her life.
So you have alluded to, but you seem unclear or unwilling to divulge the nature of said threats. Are we talking about someone coming after her then and there, or is the threat more that they might do anything to regain the painting? That's a bit of detail.
They will try to regain it.
How
Well, it's easier
will
to protect a
they
painting
know?
than a person, so that's on the plus side.
I'm sorry, but you are assuming that they will know that someone is taking the painting.
I can. And then you hear like a huff from Aiden. Like he's like, "Cloak and dagger shit." You hear him say. It will be expected. I can't tell you much about why.
The games of the rich and infamous.
Well,
I
let me
can
put it
tell
this
you
way.
this. I need to.
How far they're willing to go? I mean, will they be worried about witnesses? Will they be worried about making a scene at the museum itself to regain the painting?
Outside the premises, let me tell you this, Mr. Falcone, anything goes from their point of view.
So will there be firearms?
You see, he's like, and then yes,
Okay.
Sean, yes.
So
But
what's
if it's a threat to... Is it... Let me rephrase it. If we successfully take the painting away from there, I'm not thinking about what will happen after, if there's a chase or whatever. What... Wouldn't she be safe if she stayed there? You're saying outside anything goes? Or would it be necessary for her to actually be extracted at the same time in order for this to be...
She needs to get out. I can't explain and tell you why, but she just needs not to be there after the switch.
She needs to get out.
Then I think
And,
our little backup plan might actually be exactly what is needed. But in order for that to work, we need more details. And this might be very boring for you men, but I need to know what she's wearing, all the details. Makeup, hair, shoes, bag, whatever. Does she drive a motorbike? What kind of car does she drive? What is she used to? Would she be a person that would be picked up by a town car? What is the pattern that these guys would expect?
And does the painting need to arrive in one piece?
You think frame and all? No. But the piece needs to be intact.
Of course.
You need to know this information. I need, and this is Dean speaking, I need to convince her of the significance of this threat. She yet to understand the ramifications, and the threat is very much real.
Well, that would be on your hand, and your job, I see it, is to ensure that she understands that when this has happened, she will have to leave the building at the same with the painting. It's going to be the easiest, while our backup plan here will continue to create the impression that she is there and leaving another way than Miss Masters actually will be. As soon as we get her and the painting out to the transport and the transport away, it's easier to control the situation. What we don't want to do is be caught between exiting the building and before entering the getaway vehicle. That's going to be the window of our biggest threat.
You need a distraction. This is Aiden.
Yeah, we need a distraction outside for the switch, as well as a distraction inside for the revert ice, depending on how many people is going to be around for that. And after that, we would definitely need an extraction. Need a distraction for the getaway part as well, which partly is going to be New York, being a red herring and then giving chase. Hopefully, some of them chasing the wrong person. And the other, I'm thinking more lies perhaps in the capable hands of Trixie over there.
She has
it's going to be a
name,
Friday evening. It's going to be a nice evening. It's probably going to be a lot of traffic about it. We could definitely need some, what should we say, help from traffic lights to ensure that our car gets the green lights and anyone else's get reds and potential, thunderbudders to block the way.
I know. You like green. And then red.
Go.
Well, he is Irish, and that points to Sean.
She takes a straw out of her nose.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that.
Also, I think we'll need some, just for safety, some police bike strips we can lay out in case needed.
Yeah, or just dump some caltrops of the car.
Caltrops, yep. And
also, I'm thinking about making the car as bulletproof as possible. That means half an inch steel in the doors and in the quarter panels and in the roof.
And we should definitely have some hardware in the car as well, if in case needed. Something that packs a bit of a punch.
Of course. You're thinking AKs, or I need to go completely IRA?
Well, completely array wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing in this connection. Shine a lake? Probably a bit over the top. I know.
You see, Aiden again, he's leaning. So I can guarantee I can arrange distractions in the streets, but I cannot make a distraction inside the museum.
That'll be no problem. We'll take care of that. Either Shiv or Sean. I'm thinking something as simple as champagne bottles crashing on the ground, or perhaps, I don't know if it might be champagne flutes, or maybe even a little champagne tower. And careless.
Well, I mean, I tend to drink a little too much at some times, so
Yeah, or you just not think too much and take the bottom glass instead of the top glass.
you never know what can
scandal.
happen.
Something casual and believable and normal everyday mishap it's going to catch people's eye. We just need it long enough to be able to pull off the switch without anyone staring directly at us.
Then Dean says, we need a extraction point after. If everything goes well and there's no chase, everything's done, we need a safe location where we can get out of the car into a waiting car and go.
Sean, can you catch your AAA and let's take a look at the road situation around? What would mark a good
road situation? Let us have a wee look.
We're looking for probably a quick access to if there's any close way to hit a major road, like in a motorway or something like that nearby, get on, and then an off ramp later.
Yeah,
we need to put some distance between them.
I'm actually thinking north of Boston somewhere.
Yeah.
While they look at that, I'll lean into Dean and just quietly say, this so-called enemy, is that perhaps the same person that owns the collection, or are they separate?
I am sure it is connected if it's not the same person.
I mean, I haven't found out who has the collection, who is a proprietor, but
you shouldn't spend your time on it, Miss York. If we cannot find out, I'm sure you will not.
Then I guess Mr. E doesn't mean anything to you.
Probably no more than you. If it was that easy, we could have done something about this before the exhibition itself.
So if we'll meet up somewhere...
This is the way...
Okay, continue.
This is the way Ophelia wants it. And then you hear mumbling from Aiden.
What is he mumbling?
Coward.
I pretend that I didn't hear that.
You see the jawline of Dean tighten, almost like a little snarl, and he's like, I'm loyal to her and I will follow her wishes, but I also need to protect her when she doesn't understand the danger of the situation. She does not want to accept the fact it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be as smooth as he thinks. It's not just walking in and grabbing the painting and thinking there will be no backfall. For someone to go to such a big and grand ordeal to harm her will not just sit idly by without a backup. I know I wouldn't. Spend this much time and money on targeting one individual and not expecting a play. Trust in the fact they will be prepared for something. Trust in the fact that you yourself might be in danger. I know you're professionals, a part of the job. But if you think it's going to be easy, be rest assured, it will not. And if I could do this myself, you see, almost glaring towards Aiden, I would.
Oh, thanks for that warning. On that tangent, the odds of this involving blowback. Once the situation is clear, the painting is away, Miss Masters is away safely. At what point will one expect them to A, cease coming after her, come after the painting, and B, what is the odds of them, well, seeking revenge on anyone who might have aided Miss Masters?
I think the reaction will be immediate.
So we don't have to look over our shoulder for the next 6 months waiting for someone to come up and...
You just make sure that you are not known. Like, if you're professionals, this is not your first heist. You know there will always be a blowback if you fuck with the wrong folk and steal the wrong things. You make sure you don't get caught. You make sure you don't leave traces. That's on you. But if without danger, no, then you should be a florist.
No, but it's difference between them coming after anyone and everyone associated with Miss Masters just for the pure hell of it, and from, well, coming after someone for retrieving said painting.
I think as long as you are stealthy and don't leave any crumbs, you'll be good. But can I promise you it's without danger? No.
Of course
that
it's
kind of
dangerous.
job.
Dangerous is fun.
No, but that's okay. That answers my question towards that matter.
Sometimes you just have to do what's, oh, don't you, Mr. Falcone, Dean says. Lifts his eyebrow.
You play the hand you're dealt.
Quite right.
You said you couldn't help on the well, inside the museum. When we do the switch, when we move from one car to another, when we've gotten away, can you ensure that that area is safe, as in protected?
An area that you choose.
Yeah, I mean, can Miss Masters, return home afterwards? Will she be safe home, or does she need to be? She'll be safe home. Well, that's good. Will the painting be safe with her, or would that need to be kept somewhere else?
No, as long as it's in her hands and she is in her domain, she's safe.
So, well, that's easy then. We pick a spot where we hand out, where you switch Miss Masters and the painting also a second car, got her back, and we'll take the other car somewhere else. Make sure, well, whatever. If anyone's looking for it, not there. You found a place, you said, Sean? You picked out a spot on the map?
I found just north of the crossroad between Northern Expressway and Yankee Division Highway. There is a good parking lot just by Bertucci's Italian.
Yankee Division Highway.
Yeah, open area, easy to keep control.
Well, looks like we have ourselves a rendezvous place.
Should be empty at night.
Excellent.
And if you could get me... Sorry, Sean.
Yeah. No, continue.
No, I just want to highlight that the information about her appearance that night is quite crucial. So the sooner the better.
Then it's Aiden speaking. What exactly is it that you need?
How her hair is going to be, what makeup she's, exact copy of the dress. Well, I don't need you to make a copy of the dress, but I need to know what it looks like. What shoes she's wearing, what purse she's having, all of it.
I'll make sure you have that information, he says, as his eyes linger on you for a minute. makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
And yeah, is she doesn't drive a bike, does she?
It's the no.
And she drove herself now, but is that something she would do for an event? She doesn't seem the type.
She would have a driver,
Right. Town car?
most definitely.
Great.
Wow.
Shiv, for a minute, you feel the presence of something creeping up beside you, staring at the table. Oh, I remember that.
Remember what?
And she's looking at the painting.
You have
Um,
seen it?
It's my brother. He smiles.
I look at Aiden.
You see his eyes are like big, and you see he looks at Dean and he looks at you and he's like,
It was the painting she was looking at, right?
of Santos. And in the background, she's pointing
Oh, so she's painting at this
the
the
sketch.
sketch.
I look over towards Sean, one like standing away, so they're
see-
like away to the
your
side, and
brother.
like goes,
You see Aiden walks over. Trixie, I think you had too much bubble up your nose. She's seeing things. He walks really close to you, and for a second, it's like a whiff of him makes you feel a bit dizzy.
Has she
And
seen?
he drags her hand, and she's like, "I didn't do anything wrong." Defiantly saying it.
She was going to pay extra close attention to Mr. Aiden when he moves around, and I'm going to take a mental note what he looks like from behind.
All right, check
Yeah.
him out.
Siobhan does love them when they
But
break away.
I'm thinking about the sketch. I'm trying
Yeah.
to, like,
You see, actually, when
hell
he
is
turns,
she?
yeah, he turns around, and you see he like gently like strokes her hair, and you see an enormous compassion that he has.
I mean, he has been calling her. I mean, I'm just trying to see, is there a similarity between him and the painting? I mean, obviously he's not from the 1800s, but still, is that what she means?
They could be family. I'm not saying the painting of Santos, but the person with the violin.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Is that why she said it? Because it looks like him, or
Yeah, and she likes bubbles up her nose, right? So, but you see, he's stroking her hair, and he's like, you see, almost like he's being apologetic because he yanked her, and she's like nodding, almost like she's accepting his plea of apology.
Are you guys related?
He looks up, almost like because he's almost like he kneeled down a bit, not by blood, by choice.
Okay. Yeah.
Which sort of Sean, Christopher just helps. I hope that means adopted.
Yeah, or in-laws.
Or could be as well, sister-in-law, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dean just clearly looks like he's looking at them, looking at that, almost like it's like, did something happen? Do I need to do something? No, okay, we're cool.
And we're like, eh.
No, like, like in the past time, it's like, oh my god, he was like terrified that is this a fucking breach? No, we're good.
Well, that's excellent. We'll keep in contact and come with specifics of what we're actually going to need on the day off. And
I think
you can give us a heads up if you learn anything more about this mysterious enemy.
anything that you need to know, then Dean says, I will make sure that you know.
Excellent. I could not ask for anything more.
And I do not mean to cloak this in so much shadow, but there's so many elements that are hidden from us as well. It's not an easy job, Mr. Falcone.
Mr. Dean, it's crime. It's supposed to be hard.
And I'm sorry the pay could be bigger. He almost smirks.
Oh, well, everyone knows that crime doesn't pay. Well, at least the taxes anyway.
I'll be in contact tomorrow evening. I'll bid you good night.
Good night. I'll wait for them to leave.
They're like more tricksy, like
Well, so it looks like it might be a bit more hairy than first imagined, but I'll tell you what. If any stray bullet that might be fired happens to hit Herr Price, I don't think I will be shedding that many tears.
Shit might happen.
Friendly fire isn't.
He almost seemed a little bit normal today. He wasn't wearing his douchebaggy pants that he was doing the other night.
Douchebaggy trousers.
I'm assuming that's because Miss Masters was here.
Douchebaggy trousers.
He seems to have them wrapped tightly around her little finger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird chemistry between all of them.
They're mental, the lot of them.
It's true.
And you work for these crazy people.
Oh, well.
What we do.
Unless we always want to have Paris, we'll have to do something.
Did you really have to go there?
So next time it'll be Paris, Texas.
Paris, Texas.
The car sedate Paris.
I think I'll be on
I'm just going to assume it's Sean's favorite.
that event.
All right.
Okay, but we should tool up. We're going to need some hardware, some firepower, protection.
I go over to my my closet and open.
He's got firepower.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
Bring the AK, and I'll take this one. I'll walk over and pull out hopefully you have a Sig Sauer.
Of course,
P20. Yeah, 45 ACP. Yeah, that'll do fine.
Is there anything you need me for now? If not, I would actually like to get home and get started.
I get started with the car and the trolley.
Yeah, we need to decide who's going to. What I mean, you're going for Siobhan's role being the double, potentially creating a disturbance, and then being a red herring for the getaway. Sean, you'll be driving the car, but you're also going to probably have to help with the trolley, help inside to get the painting out as well as getting Miss Masters out.
That can be dangerous if I'm not in the car.
Yeah, I know, but if I'm going to do the switch alone on my own and get Miss Masters out of there, that will take extra time. We should have one more. We really should have had one more for this job.
We're not asking Vinny.
I was going to say.
I don't think he'd fit perfectly in.
And we should have another driver.
Yeah.
I mean, can't we just order a regular town car and then it can take me?
Yeah, taking you is not the problem. It's getting Miss Masters the painting to the car and the car away without.
Well, if you take the painting through the back door, through the service entrance, he can wait there. You get in with it. You drive to the main entrance.
Then you gotta make sure that.
I'll be there, so you can just text me when you're actually exiting, and then I can let her know.
Of course.
If you can get her to go out when we live.
I
make
mean,
sure that she's
I
fine.
think we need Dean or Mr. Thompson or Mr. Price to help us actually get her out of there, because the way that
I do hope they will do that.
They would not assist inside, but I
no,
think one
but
of them.
they're her friends, so
Yeah.
I don't expect that to be.
No, but
well,
if one of them can be can do the work as the town car driver,
I mean, it's worth asking them, right?
is.
Yeah. And I'll get the painting out. You'll be outside. I'm thinking.
And it will
How now is
actually be
the
confusing to have two Miss Masters exiting at the same time.
Exactly.
That's
That's
Who's who? Who's the one entering the station
so I'll
wagon?
just
And who's the one entering
I'll
this?
just order a town car.
Yeah.
I mean, what would they think she would walk into? What is more likely,
Oh,
a
that can
town
become...
car or a? I'm sorry, but no offense to your work, but that car.
No, but a town that might turn casualties of civilians.
That depends.
We're
I
not
mean,
doing that.
are they assuming that? I mean, if you're looking like exactly like her, you'll have to disappear as well. Because if they catch you, I mean, they're going to assume you're part of it. They're not going to assume for, oh no, by pure coincidence, there was another person looking exactly like her, dressed exactly like her, leaving in the way she came.
Or I can just swap in the car back to whatever.
Yeah.
And Bob's
You should
your
do that.
uncle.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you
if
should do that.
if the driver gets shot, that's a civilian life.
On the other hand,
That will not happen.
if one of Miss Masters' known associates is driving it, there's
That's
definitely
completely
gonna.
different. It's completely different. No civilians.
Well, yeah.
I'll leave that in your capable hands to decide, Siobhan. It's your getaway.
Well, I hadn't actually thought that. I don't think I expected that they would shoot at a moving car, but if that's what they said. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying much attention to that part.
How the area where you parked in the car and outside the museum, Sean?
Yeah.
How large is it? Is it a back out? Is it an alley? Is it a wide open space? How does it look like?
Then I will have to look at the GM.
Is that me? All right.
The storyteller.
The storyteller. So how large is the space?
Yeah.
Yeah, where the car once you exit, like is it a huge open area? Is it a
The parking lot. The extracting point?
No. We're just outside the museum. Where it's gonna have the gallery car waiting. When we exit the museum, how far do we have to walk before we get to the car, and how open is the area we're crossing?
Downstairs.
It's very open because it's into Main Street. It's big stairs. It's very open. But then again, there's going to be a lot of traffic. There's going to be a lot of cars. There's going to be.
But that's the front exit. The staff exit where we take out the painting.
Probably going to be a hell of a lot calmer.
I'm just
if you have a city parking license, right, you should be able to park.
I'm just wondering if, because if you take her and the painting out that way, and if someone's coming after us, it would be nice to sort of obstruct their view of us. So, like, I mean, would it be close enough, tight enough corners to maybe a smoke grenade or a tear gas grenade would linger in the area? Or would it just dissipate immediately? In case we're being followed.
Smoke will work. Tear gas.
Smoke, yeah. Smoke. The important part is they don't see you to shoot you in the head as you walk on it. I'm going to pop a couple of smoke grenades as we exit the building and get a bit of a obscure the view of us getting to the car, in case they're hot on our trails.
Smoke grenades we can do.
Oh, what is it?
That I can make.
But I expect you guys to figure this out until I see you tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. Fuck off.
Bang out.
And I mean that in the nicest way.
I'll probably be working on this all day tomorrow, so maybe I'll stop by in the afternoon. Maybe can you make some dinner?
I'll make some dinner. Of course I can.
Cool. I'll be here around 7 tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Call obviously if there is anything
Of
you
course,
need. Me
I'll probably be working almost day and night until
yeah,
at
exactly.
least Wednesday to Thursday.
I think this time Chris is the one with the.
Oh, I'll be busy. I'll have my hands busy with the managerial role of
Maybe
it
you
all.
can get Vinny to steal a uniform. Maybe that's where you.
No, I'll get the uniform. Don't worry about that.
You just
All right.
charm the pants off someone.
Well, this is an excellent point to have our second break. We have again a lot of information to digest. More danger than you probably thought.
A lot of notes.
So, food for thought. We're going to go into a second break. We'll be back in a few. Hi, and welcome back from the break. We left our characters as they had their last meeting with these strange employers. At this point, things get a bit hazy. Not knowing where the day ended and when a new night started. It's like walking in out of a dream, in and out of memories. Like someone's fast forwarding an old VCR, a videotape. It gets stuck sometimes, and you see images. We see Sean working on his car, getting stuff ready. We see him concerned because he's getting a lot of phone calls from the Middle Eastern. Angela's missing. He goes there several times, trying to figure out where she is. It seems like she just didn't show up to work one day. And he's concerned. Something happened. He finds a message on his answering machine that clearly he just hadn't seen with all the hubbub and action that's been going on lately. This is as follows. Sean, you remember my past, right? You remember what you did for me. It's happened. I need these girls. They have no chance. If I'm not found, you hear a scream and then he's worried. Well, the job needs doing, but he's worried. He drifts in and out of consciousness. Christopher, well, he's trying to look busy.
Yep. Staying in touch with Sean and Shiv by phone, explaining my hard workings on procuring both uniform and access pass for a catering company. describing how it's more complicated than I first thought, but I think I'm gonna get there. I got it all. I got a plan. I'll look over today.
You gotta fix on my frame, right?
Hmm.
You gotta fix on my frame.
But you'll be miss.
Frame to the painting, but all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We bought the image by one and color it up because you said it was just like.
Just
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
That you have time.
Unique.
Your busy schedule.
Yeah. No, it's that's taken care of. I have bought it, and I have had someone with a bit more handiwork than myself to paint it. Look over towards the uniform that I nicked from the cleaners where the company used, and confidently get the access pass of some disgruntled employee for a few months later.
You get a phone call from Sean because
Sean.
he found the message from Angela. This is 2 days before the heist.
Well,
Sean, you call him.
You know Angela, my friend.
The barista at the Middle Eastern. Yeah.
She's missing.
Missing. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask everyone. I'll put the word out. I'll ask anyone. Anyone if anyone seen or anyone knows. If anyone heard any rumors.
What I'm about to tell you now is a talk of brothers.
Mm-hmm.
She used to work the streets, and this was This was when I was dating this Nikita. I remember the junkie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of hard to forget one, Sean.
Yeah. Angela,
Still looking for
I
that record player of mine, actually.
paid you
No.
back for that one twice.
Yeah. So you think she might have gone back to the life, or
Or the people she was working for.
who she was? Do you know who she was working for? Where she was? Where was she? Where was she going? Where on the street was about? I might know who the. I might know who controls the area.
Oh, I think it was the south side. You know, there where the Russians.
Yeah. With the Russians, the
Yeah.
south side, or the. So not the Irish south side, no.
No, the Russians. The
Oh, that's
Irish,
worse.
they, yeah, no,
Well, Winter Hill Gang were a bunch of fucking fucks.
yeah,
Okay, Russians. That's worse, Sean. That's worse.
yeah. And
Well,
she was.
I'll keep it after. Have you considered actually contacting the police? I mean, missing persons, they might actually be better at that than
Yeah, but
the
it's the
Russians have been.
Russians, and she was also talking about getting the girls out. That means,
She's been talking about that for a while.
yeah, that means her friends. That means more than one. That means immigrations. That means they'll throw her out. She's not legal.
Hmm.
The
You
rest of
don't
them are
need
not
more
legal.
troubles in this pot of a mess.
Well, it's just that trouble. So Christopher is a bit worried that Sean is being a bit overly optimistic here. I mean, go fucking with the Russians. That's best way to end up very, very, very dead. Well, I'll hear if someone has heard anything. If anyone's known, if anyone heard anything about, well, it's suddenly a load of the Russians girls disappeared from the market. Someone might have noticed.
Mhm.
So I'll see what I can get out. But Sean, I wouldn't hold my high hopes too high, mate. I mean, sorry about it. Those Russians can be dangerous fucks.
Dangerous fox, proper dangerous fox, proper fox.
So, could you promise me that you don't just rush on down there and start busting in heads and trying to find out what's happened? Because I don't want to go to your funeral. You gotta be smart about this. If you really want to help her, if you out there, if you really want to help her, you gotta be smart about this.
I'll be waffle making elsewhere. I'll promise that.
Good. I'll call the people I know once I might and ask around. See if
Yeah,
anyone had it.
because Angela, she's like a sister to me. You know that.
And I'll do what I can. For sure.
I owe you.
Don't worry about that.
Again.
That's fans fine.
Mm.
And I'll hang up and I'll start calling everyone I know, my contacts, and ask around both about after Angela if anyone heard anything going down, and if anyone had any information about Russian streetwalkers and stuff like that. If anyone heard any rumors of what might have happened.
You don't get much, and here the memories, it's almost like things are glitchy. You're going in and out again of the memories. You all are. The last thing Sean gets is another message. Again, it's from Angela. It's a text message. I managed to get away. I'm in hiding. I'm gonna try again. I love you.
I think I'll return the text. Stay put. I'll come help you.
You get one last one. Not yet. And then if you try anything more, you get like, this number is not in service. This number is not in service. You flow out. You've been ripped out of the memory. It's like horses and sand and static noise driving you in and out of memories. Shiv, you paint and you paint. You feel you hear violins. You feel the smoke like cigarello, the sweet taste of something burning. All of a sudden, you sit in a car. You sit beside Aiden. Nighttime, he's driving you to Ophelia. There's a weird tension in the car.
So, Miss Masters will give me the details herself, I assume.
It's probably best that you get it from her.
Right. Probably, yeah.
You feel like he's looking at you from the corner of his eye, but not really looking at you. You see his hands clench and declench on the steering wheel. Trixie is not in the car.
So, where's your little sister? I think every time I've seen you, she's around.
Sometimes she runs off.
Right.
She said she needed to find out where the blue, or the green, and the red and the orange live. He smiles.
She has a funny way of saying things.
She's very capable, you know. She doesn't look it.
No, I thought she seemed, well, as you put it, fragile the first time I met you. But I think she proved herself to be the opposite.
It's almost like he squints a bit. She's probably the strongest one of us. We're like straws that break in the wind, and she just bends.
Funny hearing you say that. You're not quite as I pictured, Mr. Price.
How so, Miss York?
Well, you've had a quite brash and hard facade, but when she's around, it's like I see a tiny glance at someone else.
That makes me feel almost undressed, he said.
I just smirk. Try and look out the window.
You probably gathered I don't agree involving you three in this.
Yeah, you've been quite adamant about that, not really hiding it too well.
No. I think it's dangerous. I think it's rash.
Seems like you want to keep it more private than it currently is. I feel the connection between, well, not just you and Trixie, but all three of you. And there is something there that reminds me of, well, myself and Chris and Sean. Maybe not at their best days, but there is a familiarity between you.
You're probably not far off, but I think we are a little bit different. I don't think Dean understands what's best for Ophelia.
But you do.
At least I think I did. I'm not sure anymore. You see his jawline tightens. I'm
Since
trying
we're
to figure it out.
Right. Since we're being so open, what is your relationship with Miss Masters? Friends, colleagues, or more?
The almost when he smiles from the side is almost like he's not got canines. It's just he's got very distinct teeth. And the skin is very pale. We were close once. Water under the bridge, as they say.
And I'm thinking ex-lovers or something in my head. I'm not saying it out loud.
No, and you almost hear him mutter, Vienna was a long time ago.
I'm not saying that either. Sorry. Vienna is a beautiful place. I traveled there when I was studying in Rome.
Both good and bad memories. I don't think I will return. Do you like music, Miss York?
Depends on the setting.
Do you mind?
By all means.
He leans and he puts on the radio, which feels like you're driving forever. And he puts on Siobhan's favorite.
Schubert Fantasien. Okay. How do you know?
Know what? He says.
Oh, never mind. I'm like almost like, yeah.
You stop outside a house that we all know and well and know now. He walks with you. He stands very close for a second. You feel he's about to say something, and then he clenches his teeth, shakes his head like no. I'll wait in the car for you.
Oh, you're not.
When you're ready.
You're not coming in. Okay.
It's almost, he smirks and is like, if I was welcome. And then he turns on his heels and goes to the car.
So, douchebag turned into my driver? Strange.
The memory fades. The memory goes soft and liquidy, and she just remembers talking to Miss Masters about the clothing and philosophy and life and music and art and life. And the memories fold in on each other. And as you think you can bear no more, the horses come and they ride so hard. And someone's shouting something as you brutally wake up in the house in real time.
Staring at the picture, I'm guessing.
Yep.
I'm assuming this is not just me. This is happening to.
This is weird.
Strange.
This is so weird.
It's not even cohesive anymore. It's just bits and pieces.
Everybody needs to do a rouse check.
That is a stamina, but with the added dice, right? Or am I mistaken?
Wait a minute.
Because I haven't really read upon that because I.
It's been a minute. I'll get it. Hold on. Rouse check. when you go through different system, we want to get it right.
Rorschach. No, wait, that's something else.
I had it here.
Because when it's new, there we go.
Let's see, 211.
We're on it. So I usually remember this, but today, like, my mind doesn't want to remember the new rules. I just want to go just directly to cool, blood pool. So this is not the new one. I just need to think it is. I think.
To make a Rorschach, the player rolls a single die.
Yeah.
As always, a result of 6 or higher succeeds.
True.
On a success, the vampire's hunger remains unchanged, and a failure, the vampire gains 1 more hunger die.
Yeah, true. That is. Do it.
But what kind of die are we?
D10.
It's one of the normal D10s.
Normal D10s.
Oh, Jesus. I don't even have them right here. Can someone roll for me?
Okay. Rolling for you first.
Sure.
Usually I'm spot on with this, but today my mind's.
Sorry.
I rolled a 1.
2? Okay,
It's a double
cool.
Oh, but everybody gets another red dice.
And myself? No, I got to roll for myself as well. That was for Siobhan. Now I'm rolling for myself.
So now I'm at hunger level
9!
3.
Haha!
Boom.
I'm
I
hungry.
roll for myself first, eh, Sean?
So you guys failed. Siobhan and Sean failed your rust check.
Yes, just a
Yep.
moment.
What's your blow to potency? Oh, you don't know because you don't know
know.
generate.
Right,
You don't
yeah.
know.
I have
You don't know.
no clue. 0.
Yeah,
Why don't,
because
would you
One
like
million.
to tell us our blood potency?
I haven't given you a generation yet. How many blood dice do you have now?
3.
I have
3.
two.
Oh, that is fun.
And just to
Yeah,
clarify for the
okay.
viewers, when Katrina's a storyteller say fun, it's fun for her. And
Yeah. We have a
how for
saying.
us
I
was-
should know by
It's not
now.
fun until somebody's crying.
Oh, somebody's gonna cry.
I'll get to it, Marianne.
Yep, just give me.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Na, na, na. Then you need.
I'm such a
to-
noob because I mean, I haven't played Vampire.
I've never played this
That
system
was-
before. I mean, I've only played the second edition Vampire
15.
Masquerade, which is completely different. So
So, and I
System.
haven't looked at the system since then. So I am such a noob when it comes to this.
I'm just going to go ahead and
No.
say that 3 hunger dice is not a good thing.
It's not a good thing at all. It is very bad.
No, but I don't think it's bad until it's really bad
It's
for me.
no,
until
it's not bad yet, but it's bad, but it's not bad. You're still hungry. You're very hungry.
Yeah, but I
You-
don't.
You don't go nuts.
No.
No. But just check. You don't.
I look over towards
But
Trixie.
it looks- She's not there.
Isn't
she's
there?
not
She's
there.
gone. That's disconcerting, that little elf. Well, I continue to walk up the stairs to the second floor, feeling a
floor.
gnawing in my gut.
It's almost
Rumbling.
that you can hear the from.
Yeah, he's
Sean.
he's making noises a normal human should not.
I think I'm going to make sure that I try to keep Sean in my field of vision at all times.
He's clenching and clenching his fists a lot.
Yeah.
It's not because I don't trust Sean. It's just I know exactly how he feels because I contemplated. It's
Oh,
earlier in the basement, in the garage, and
Yeah.
when Shiv so kindly exposed her neck.
But now, Shiv, you also feel it. There's this void inside you that just hurts a bit. Like there's something twisting and stretching beneath your skin, whispering to you. Like you're not alone. Like there's something else there now. And it's so bizarre because in your flashbacks, you're so human. And now when you stand in this cold husk that you now share with something else that's also you, but not you, it's so evident that you are not human.
And even though I'm surrounded by people, like I have Chris there, I have Sean there, I have these other beings there. I think Shiv feels very much alone.
Oh, you've been birthed into this night and left there in a like a bloody mess without your umbilical cord cut. You've just been thrown out. And you are so confused. What the F and hell happened? All
But-
three of you are just stumbling around, hearing the beast whisper or growl
I think I'll.
or debate almost. For Christopher, it's like you could. It's an option. It's a viable option.
Would I be at fault? I mean,
The beasts take different voice and different form. It's the shadow self, the beast. For Sean, it's more of a growling, brutal sensation, but a true form. It's hard not to listen. For Siobhan, it's a beast of horror and beauty. It's a dark pool, intoxicating so. You could just dip your fingers in it just for 1 second and taste it. Maybe you'd feel better. Is that feeling? It's taking that line of coke when you shouldn't. It's taking that stranger, that potential dangerous stranger home, but you shouldn't. The beasts take different voice and different form for your different families. You stumble into what is clearly a media room, a TV room of the staircase.
walk in and look around, like hungry, both hunger for, well, to save the beast inside, but also hunger for reclaiming my memories, for reclaiming what should have been his, which should not have been. It is no longer is. That someone has ripped his head apart and played with it like some sort of silly putty.
Oh, you feel it's violating. And you don't understand why would somebody do this. You have no more answers than you had a minute ago. You feel days have passed at the same time as you only feel seconds have passed. What are you? What are these creatures? They claim they are what? What are you?
Demons.
On the staircase,
My
you
God.
see the woman called Muriel step up. She glides into the room and looks at you with almost yellow eyes. She looks concerned. Oh, petite Cherise. I know you feel pain.
Pain doesn't even cover it.
I assure you, if you live the night, you will feel much better. Breathe well with your mind, not your body.
What exactly do we eat or drink?
Oh, Shuggy, we feast and we live of the Vita. Humans.
How?
There's no delicate way of describing this.
It explains the fangs.
D'accord. C'est ça. Oui.
And how do we get said blood?
You hunt, ma petite. She glides very carefully in the room, very, very eyeing you lot very carefully to see where you are. I am sure you feel distressed and hungry.
Oh, hunger doesn't cover the feeling.
I need you to stay stronger, Sean. You need to stay in control of your beast. It is not the time for that, and it would surely murder you in a minute if you let yourself lose control. And there's been enough killings for a night. Oh, ma petite, she stares at you with compassion. You know so little, you're just newborns, you're babies, you're children. We call you children.
Why would they do this to us?
I
We
do
didn't
not know.
ask for this.
It is not our way, ma chère. It is not the way we do it. We do not embrace in darkness. You will not be able to fend for yourself. You have been taught nothing.
Then why would they do it?
It screams of desperation. I'm thinking it was in a disturbed way. I think they tried to save you.
There is nothing in
what-
that sentence that makes sense to me.
I do not know why there is no other reason why.
None of this makes sense.
Or perhaps they hoped that someone might succeed where they had failed.
But failed in what?
There will be a gigantic consequences of this night, more than you will fathom and understand. Our society will be in despair. You belong to different families, you three. Sean, you are of my family.
What family would that be?
We are the one that walks with the beast. We are the gangrel. We do not shy away from it. We understand it. Accept it as a part of our blood. You haven't heard her enter it, but all of a sudden, JJ stands beside Christopher. And you, Christopher, you are a venturer. You are the grandchild of the prince of the city. Congratulations. You've just been bumped up the food chain. If you live. Muriel walks over to Siobhan. You sweet thing. Aiden's progeny. Your Torador. The free spirits. The creators. The artists. It makes no sense, I know. It will. You are the same, but at the same time worlds apart.
Different houses.
Ah, oui.
That's what she meant.
In sweet Verona. Was it fair Verona?
Fair.
JJ again, standing
Fair
beside Christopher. There's been difficulties within the houses.
I believe the word was used was war.
There's been a conflict brewing between your side's house and Sean's house for a long time. A dispute of who really should sit on the throne.
And they took it to the mattresses.
The problem, she walks into the room, is that Ophelia and Dean do the ultimate sin. The sin that none of us in our society, except for we who cared, could forgive them.
That sin was.
They loved each other.
So that's a sin.
Not really, not a crime in our society, but it's deemed impossible.
Fuck that.
Weakness.
Unnatural. Threatening the whole fabric of how we see and view our society. They thinking they could be different, progressive, call it what you like, but what they did threatened the stability of the city itself. So the threat of the disputes and the war you speak of, they fueled it by defiantly accept their different positions.
Because of who they built, well, the houses you speak of, because of that, or because of, is it general, like you don't love? Is it? I'm sorry, I'm having trouble comprehend this.
It's very rare, but it's not what we wouldn't have killed them for this. Just that JJ like steps in, like very hard. They would not have been killed for loving each other. Yes, they created massive problems. Yes, it was a political mess. Yes, there was mumblings of big dispute, but it's not against our laws. It's just
apparently this
inspires.
Thompson. Well, apparently this Thompson broke some sort of law.
Dean. Yeah. He did. He broke the worst of them.
You see, Siobhan, if you break the code, the society doesn't change when you end. It gets rid of the problem. Make waves, the sea will swallow you.
You
I think
see,
I perfectly understand how that works.
Noelle steps in. I do not believe Dean did what you accused him of. She snarls at JJ.
But it
JJ
has
takes a step. It's not the time for this, Muriel. We can debate this until the sun rises.
There's
He
no need to
was
point to
deemed-
fighting it. It doesn't matter if I did it or not. What matters is the perception that he did.
and it was
That's still
perceived
his
so.
fate.
What exactly is it he supposedly did?
He broke what we call the masquerade. He exposed us to the masses.
How?
He killed innocent. He was caught on camera.
Break or murder, pay the consequences. And Christopher is just finding this very familiar.
Mhm.
Sort of lines quite nicely up to and interpret.
Muriel steps in again. And how the hell did you think this will occur, JJ, when her father signs the death sentence of her beloved?
That's proper fucked.
It's basically giving her a knife to cut her own neck.
Is that what was in the safe, Chris?
Your guess is as good as mine. But it seems like he made a choice about, well, who to back. Tradition or his daughter. He shows tradition.
JJ looks at you and almost like curious and impressed. You catch on quickly, Christopher Falcone. He had no choice. He is Prince. It goes beyond progeny. It will always be so.
The
It's
leader
to
must
protect
lead.
all. He had no choice. He did the right thing. I loved Ophelia. I raised Ophelia with him. Her death, I will mourn it if I yet get to live for centuries. But if he said, this is right, it is and must be right.
It is the law. The way.
You see, Muriel throws out her hand. But what about her? She doesn't fit. Aidan killed himself.
The Prince of Cats.
Why?
I would like to know that answer as well.
Why? What did you know, Shay? What do you know?
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
Nothing.
It might be locked.
I wish I knew. I wish I understand how I come to be in this situation, because this is not where I want to be. Trust me in that.
He bit his thumb at them.
And I'm still trying to figure out who he was. It doesn't. You might say that I don't fit, that I don't make sense, but I don't understand.
You said that what they did might have been to, what do you say, save us.
It
Because
seems
we were witnesses as well, and witnesses must go away. Or join.
look, there's something with this that's hidden. There's been spoke of this in the letter. A true enemy. Do you remember more?
Only
Not
that
yet.
they spoke of it, but they didn't know who it was.
Mysterious mystery.
Dean
Someone
was
moved.
really worried on behalf of Ophelia.
Someone moved against them, forcing their hand.
Mhm. I'll point towards the painting hanging in the hall. I can only assume that, given the rather staunch punishment for bringing attention to oneself and leaving witnesses, that little gem of a painting wouldn't be the most positive thing to be displayed in the public.
It will be deemed breach. It would force the prince's hand.
So who is this person who put up this exhibition at the museum?
There's only one who knows.
They called him Mr. E.
See, JJ. I know who knows. But if that information is true or not, that I do not know. That someone moved against her is clear.
That much is true.
It's not uncommon in our society, it's politics.
Well, even the bestest organizations have their little inter-family rivalry and squabbles, turf wars.
It's chess amongst the houses, if you like. There's always be elements of trying to nudge each other into better or less positions.
No, but this one was a beauty. Engineer a situation that demands action. Make sure that the action becomes the very thing that cuts the throat of your enemy.
Yeah.
And then you get the person you're going after to do the job for you by enforcing the very laws that bind the society.
It's clever.
Machiavelli.
I'll give it that.
It's blood, it's love, it's rhetoric. It's perfect.
It's a deadly combination.
As the gentleman downstairs
Made a decision. He
I
will
would
not
assume if
get it.
anybody would known, but has he displayed any hints to you of his potential intention?
I'm pleading with him to give you a conclude. You do not know what that means. That means it will basically be you will be tried.
Of course.
It's up to him to deem the threat. And then potentially your executioner if he deems it so.
If he wants to kill us, what? Just get over with.
Because we don't know why happened, and there might be threats yet, and I'm still fighting for all of you three. It's JJ speaking.
Does it really matter?
Well,
it does. He gave his essence to you, Shiv. You should at least think about honoring that.
Let me put it this way, Siobhan. I think that
he can have it back. He can have it all back. I don't want.
It's safe to say that the one deciding our fate downstairs is not the sort of entity to casually throw away any potential of. Well, we might be useful, to put it like that.
What do I care what he finds useful?
Because that decides whether you live or die. And whether you live or die means whether I live or die, or Sean live or die.
It seems like you boys fit perfectly into the little puzzle, the little political game. I think you'll be fine.
I think
we'll all be fine. We just need to get what's in the noggin out.
And if I don't want that?
Yeah, Sean, I think fine might be overstating it a bit.
I wasn't fine when I was alive either. I'm Irish. I'm born fucked.
Well, I won't argue there. We'll talk later, Siobhan. I think you know why I did this. You just can't remember it. It might come to you. And when it does, you might change.
doesn't
I think
matter.
there are more clues in this house.
Bits and pieces come back when we see things that we have dealt with before. Maybe there are something else there, yes.
Where is
Something
this
else
wee
there.
little cretin?
Go on
No,
your
that-
little egg hunt. What do I care?
You see JJ and Maria like, we'll leave you to it, but we're right downstairs.
Thank you. And thank you for
We-
fighting for us. Don't think we don't appreciate it. It's just,
I appreciate it a lot.
this is a bit much to take in.
Well,
Like Sean
you-
said earlier, we've never woken up dead before.
No, you and welcome to immortality in a sense. You said it's not all bad, and you'll soon see. This existence has great potential and pleasure. They glide away and leave you to it.
I'll walk over to Shiv and I'll put my hands on her shoulders and look her right in the eye. You might not think you
Looks-
care, Siobhan, but I do. And I know Sean does as well. We don't want to lose you. And it's not just because that if one dies, all dies.
Shiv, you're
As
my
I said, we might
sister.
be different families, but we are family.
We're the family we chose.
And
More
that
than
has been
20
something
years
that's been
ago.
the importance of that has been
Exactly 20 years
repeated.
ago.
Repeated a lot by, well, both Mr. Price.
How
and
long ago
others.
did we meet?
I don't know, it seems so long ago now.
That's a different life.
I remember meeting you at high school. I was going to get my ass kicked when you stepped in.
Blood.
She seems a little bit lost.
Shiv, give me a hug. I love you. Like a sister. And there is a reason for all of this. We just have to find it.
I really want to push Chris. I want to, but I want to push him away. Not like I want to push him hard, but I want to push him hard. Like I don't want to push him hard, but can I push him hard?
Oh, do you want to do some powers?
I don't know.
What kind of powers you got, girl?
No, I don't know because I'm just guessing that we are a little bit stronger than we would
Oh
naturally.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
like,
For sure.
Not intentionally push him to harm him, but that's what I'll do.
You do a little nudge, a
Yeah,
little crochet, little
Maybe.
move. Yeah.
I have no clue what this.
No, I'm gonna deem it not necessary to roll because it's emotional.
And I'll just yeah.
Do you do it just slowly and push, or
Yeah, I'm not using any speed thingy majigs. No.
no? You just feel your body tense up, almost like your muscles are just like realigning, like something's pumping through it, and you flick your wrist, and he's moved. He slides back, and it's a bit shocking to you, Sean,
Yeah.
because it's like almost like
Someone's back and like,
10-inch punch. Boop. You're not flying, but you move.
no, yeah. There's a flash of anger because of its both humiliation and I raise a hand at me, but also he's also a bit glad because he realized.
Oh, but it's Sean, not Christopher. It's Sean.
okay,
Not
Sean. Okay,
Christopher.
It
Sean,
was actually
Sean.
Chris because he was
Oh,
holding.
Chris.
because I was
Oh,
following
Chris.
He was
Okay, yeah.
wanting
Oh,
the
he was.
hug, but he was
Okay.
actually holding.
So
Oh, he was
no,
holding. That-
you might be bear hugged by Sean from the back.
Oh,
Okay, I was unsure. Yeah, okay. Then it's Christopher. Yeah, okay.
So
Say-
he's sort of that, but he also a bit thankful because he realized that being in that proximity once again underscored the feeling of hunger.
Mhm.
Can I then roll to move very fast out of the room to get away? Because fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
I think it's just not going to do many more rolls in these scenes because you're still figuring your shit out. She just moves because you have celerity, right? Yeah. All of a sudden, it's like you see sadness and shock at what she did. Like she harmed you, Christopher. Like she didn't, but she could have.
Yeah.
She moved you, and she's like shocked. I think. Is
Yeah,
that a right interpretation? Like she feels like
I'm angry, I'm shocked, I'm sad. There is so many emotions that I'm having really hard time like bottling it down.
Which way does she flee the room? Towards the lounge or towards the bathroom?
That's what I
don't
want to
have
know.
that. I don't have the thingy.
We're in the tea room, is in the middle, and there's an exit there towards the
So
front of the
lounge,
house.
storage,
Lounge,
and
and then
bathroom.
back towards the bathroom, or back out the way we came up from the stairs is also a possibility.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. So TV room, into the lounge, I guess. No, actually into the hallway, and I think I'm just going to like sit on the stairs, just quiet. No, or maybe how far can I move? Can I move all the way down to the kitchen?
It's a bit much because then you have to go all the way through where the baddie is, and you don't want to actually.
No,
you don't want to go where the baddie is.
Fine.
You feel compelled to move up or sideways.
Oh, there's up. No, I'll do up. Yeah. So into the hallway and then further up.
She bolts quickly, weirdly quickly.
I'll follow.
You could get to the kitchen without going by the bad guy because there's a staircase. Anyway.
No, you can see through that.
Yeah, I put a arm on hand on. Try to stop. Just not stop, but we just get not hold him back, but trying to get a pause. Sean, on the way, like it's not. I'm not grabbing him. I'm just holding out. Like, wait for a second. She might need some time.
Where do you land in the? You go master bedroom, master bathroom, second bedroom, walk-in closet.
I'll do master bedroom and just sit down on the, not actually on the bed, but maybe like on the floor behind the bed against the wall or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
The room is extremely feminine and pink and white and got skirtings and curtains and crystal chandelier and beautiful like boudoir, the area where you can use like the lights and perfume bottles and makeup and everything's pristine. And as you sit there, you see the walk-in closet door creak slowly open.
Trixie.
You hear like almost like a sniffle.
I'll get up and I'll walk towards it and I'll just open them more and actually if she's inside I'll sit down inside next to her.
Yeah, she's sitting there, legs crossed, and she looks really sad, and she's holding a wooden box.
What is this? You got there.
She looks at you with these whirlpool eyes, sad. I miss him, Shiv.
Your brother? Right?
Yeah. He gave me you, though. A parting gift.
So much for brotherly love. I'm sorry to disappoint.
You're not disappointing, Shiv. You're still waking up. Little by little. I don't want the big dragon to gobble you up. 'Cause he will if he sniffs the truth.
Are you talking about the man downstairs?
He lives in a cave and he eats things. I don't like him.
Can you... None of this makes any sense to me, Trixie. I'm trying so hard to remember, but I can't.
I'm sorry. I hope you forgive me after.
Is it you who's doing this? Is it?
It'll get worse before it gets better. Then it will be over. And then you might love me. Or
I'll,
hate me.
I don't know, if she's opposite me, I'll try and just like embrace her and cup her.
She leans in.
Yeah.
Almost like she sighs, but she doesn't need to breathe. We're gonna go soon. It's time for scene 3, Shiv.
I hug her more tightly.
It's where the story changes. She kisses your cheek and says, "This is when you loved him." Thunderous horses. It almost like it engulfs the house. You boys are sitting downstairs and you know nothing, and you thought for some mysterious reason maybe that you had to be in her proximity for this to happen. It is not the case. Sitting so close to Trixie while it happens, you feel for a second like you're not really sure where she begins and you ends, or vice versa. You feel you're falling into her, in like she's ripping the fabric of reality itself with your mind. You boys should just feel like you're being yanked out of your minds, out of your memory. Someone's calling you, and you hear like it's like a stampede of horses just picking up your mind, yanking you back. This is a brutal one, and you just thrust it in. It's Friday. You're gearing up and you're ready to go. It's go time. It's heist. But there is where we're gonna stop. Because I is a dick. I know.
Tuesday.
But we're episoding it out because what happens next? It's exciting, and
You're
we can't do it in
exciting.
5 minutes.
Oh.
And we can't do it in 5 minutes.
No.
10?
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
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 I don't know why I'm getting so emotional.
Because the storyteller is getting emotional.
Yeah.
Because Trixie's getting emotional.
It's good at eliciting emotions.
Yes.
A little sucker by you.
Slowly but surely, we are trickling
she's
into.
going to get you to Tore. She'll get you.
I get everyone. But we're revealing Vampire the Masquerade slowly but surely. We're getting there. And next episode is it's a turning point. I was hoping kind of we're going to do it this time, but it's so much to get through. But now, shit's about to get real fast. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Hope you follow, like, comment, and more vampire stuff to come.
Yeah.
We have revealed some clans.
Yes, we have.
Definitely
Jesus,
some.
I almost like.
No, fine.
Finally, and maybe they're going to learn what generation they are. They don't even know that. They don't know the blood potency, and I need to brush up on my rules. We learned that today.
I think we all
I'm
do.
still used to the old system. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Too much hunting.
That's too much.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's it. And hope to see you next time.
Next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Girl.
Low like, please.
Bye.
Bye.